is going on? KotaTTV here, and in today's video we're going to be discussing why I'm going to be switching from SLOBS to OBS Studio and why you should too. Stay tuned for today's video. If you don't know what SLOBS is, it stands for Streamlabs OBS. OBS is open source, and if you didn't know what that means, anybody with the right mind, and I mean anybody, can take it, change the code, and republish it with a different name on it. SLOBS has many different drawbacks, but it also has some pros. We're going to get into those right now. One of the drawbacks is that it lacks the option to add external plugins, such as OBS Studio does. Some of those plugins are Source Switcher, Stream Effects, Media Controller, just to name a few. Those plugins cannot be added on Streamlabs OBS because it lacks the support to do so. SLOBS also uses more resources, meaning it brings a more heavy impact on your CPU or your GPU if you use the in-bank encoder. Now, that may not mean anything to you if you're using a dual PC setup, but chances are you're still using a single PC to stream or to upload to YouTube. Now, with Streamlabs OBS, it will put a heavier outpour on your CPU or your GPU, and it will make it harder for your system to run your games smoothly while you are still recording. Now, a pro of Streamlabs is that it offers overlays. Now, when Logitech bought Streamlabs out, they changed it to a paid plan, and the plan is monthly, so you are constantly paying a price for overlays to put them on your stream. And in my opinion, the overlays they're not that appealing, and you can get free overlays from anywhere on the internet. Just go search for free overlays. Now, if you are wanting a free overlay, you may get them by going to Google, searching free stream overlays or free recording overlays, and typing that in, hitting enter, and there you go. You've probably got dozens, if not hundreds, of options. Now, SLOBS does offer the user the choice of having an easy-to-use alert box, chat box, as well as stream labels. Now, these are very good things to have, but if you don't want to use Streamlabs, well, for alerts, you don't have to. There's many other programs out there that will allow you to have alerts, such as Stream Elements. Stream Elements, if you're using it with, first of all, if you're using it with SLOBS, it's almost pointless to be using SLOBS, because SLOBS, the only reason you have it is for their alert interface, for the ease of use to install their alerts. Now, if you're using Stream Elements, I would suggest you probably use OBS Studio, as it will be putting less stress on your CPU or GPU, respectively to what you are using to encode your videos. By now, you should know what OBS Studio is, and if you don't, I would suggest you look up the term on Google and come back to this video. Now, in this video, or this section of the video I should say, we're going to be discussing what the differences are, the pros and the cons of using OBS Studio, and some other nifty details that OBS Studio allows you to use. OBS Studio allows the user to use any kind of alert platform that they would like to use, whether it's Stream Elements or Streamlabs, etc. Now, yes, Streamlabs does also offer this service. However, once again, you would be using a whole bunch more resources than you would with regular OBS Studio. Now, this may not mean much to you, but if you're always complaining, or if you ever have experienced your recording lagging or your stream lagging, sometimes it is the weight that your OBS program is putting onto the computer. So, in turn, switching to OBS Studio would possibly solve those problems. OBS Studio also offers the support for external plugins, like some of the ones that I previously mentioned in this video. Now, if you're wanting to equip some of those to your arsenal, you can do so with OBS Studio by clicking I believe it's settings. You can enable plugins. OBS software, or OBS Studio software, also gains the ability to be able to instantly download firmware updates that are made available. Now, with SLOBS, you can get these firmware updates, but it's going to take about 2 to 3 months because the code has to be rewritten and re-implemented into the SLOBS software. So if a major bug patch comes along through OBS, you're going to be waiting 2 to 3 months for the software to update, and that potentially that could make or break your stream, your channel, or your YouTube recording. Like many programs, OBS has its pros and its cons. Some of the cons would be lacking the ease of use that Streamlabs OBS has. Now with SLOBS, you can have instant one-click button alerts, as well as one-click button panels that pop up, and widgets that are offered by Streamlabs. However, with OBS Studio, you do have full control over your stream. It's not going through a single application, SLOBS. You have full control through browser sources, etc., which means that you can turn stuff off and on how you please on an easier basis. After using both programs, I'm deciding to switch over to OBS Studio due to the fact of its gain in smooth running my PC and smooth running games, while at the same time recording/streaming. However, with SLOBS, I will be losing the lack of ease to use. In the end, I'm not trying to make you or persuade you to use one over the other. I'm just making you equipped with the knowledge to where you can choose for yourself. If you enjoyed today's video, like, comment, and subscribe. Also, go follow me on Twitch. The links are in the description, as well as my Twitter and Discord if you have any questions. And don't forget to turn on post notifications to get notified every time I post a new video. I will see you guys in the next one.